again, and welcome to our second ever episode of Top Hat Talks. I'm your host, the Coaster Crazy Guy.
And I'm your other host, UK Thrills. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the plans released by Universal for the new park coming to Great Britain. There's a load of pages for it, and we're just really excited to get talking about it today.
So sit back, pull down your restraint, and get ready for another wild ride.
So first off, we'll be talking about a quickfire news segment, as we did in the first episode. For the first topic, I'll be talking to you about Alpine's Fury. Alpine's Fury is a premier rides launch coaster built at Canada's Wonderland, obviously in Canada, and it's looking like it's going to be one of the greatest coasters, one in the park and just obviously in the world. The pace into it is incredible and the speed is just unreal. It looks like all the videos I've seen are sped up. And as of today, Wednesday the 9th of July, human riders have actually been spotted riding the ride on the very first two rows. The blue train has not been commissioned yet, and that's why no one has been seen testing that, but the orange train has been fully commissioned as we imagine, and people are saying it could open as soon as this week.
On to quite a sad piece of news now. We all know how Six Flags has been going with the shutting of Six Flags America. They've just announced that they're shutting another one in California, subsequently called Six Flags Great America. Not to be confused with Six Flags Great Adventure, which when I first read the news article thought it was, and I got terrified. However, don't worry, Great Adventure is still safe, but Great America isn't. It's shutting at the end of 2027, and by the looks of this, it has a great lineup, including a B&M invert called Flight Deck, I believe. I believe the lease for the land expires on June 30th, 2028, so Six Flags have announced that the park will close at the end of the 2027 season.
Okay, heading from the USA, we're going east now to the UK. And at Pleasure Beach Resort, the Grand National has officially reopened as of July, and it's riding great. The right side in particular is really smooth in my opinion, especially on the blue train. That double down that was really infamous for being rough and just hurts every ride. I think it's been retracked, it's all looking new, and so I'm pretty sure it has been retracked, and that's really smooth now. So I can't think of any negatives to that side.
Yeah, about that double down, it was, I think it went from before, it was less of a double down with a bump at the bottom to more of getting onto a triple down.
Yeah, it was very, very bad. But the right side, however, I rode that on the purple train on the right side after a few hours after my very first ride on the other side, and that is arguably worse. That it just hurts so much.
Well, as most of you know, I love wooden coasters, so I don't think there's anything that could put me off about Grand National. Heading down to Legoland Windsor, they have just announced the world's first Lego Insiders Clubhouse. This attraction is replacing the old Star Wars Miniland shop area, and entries included with the general park. However, if you're part of the Lego Insiders Club, you'll be able to unlock the secret vault.
Okay, so now moving on to games this time. As you all know, Planet Coaster 2 is a very popular theme park sim, but for me, I play on PC and I love the mods in the game. They make the game so much better. And recently, as of this week, the mods have actually developed really far, and now you can add your own coaster types into the game if you know how to mod very well. So the very first one that's been added is the Intamin Hot Racer model, and this looks really good. It's not finished, so it's not been released to the public yet, but for all the mod testers, you can build your own Intamin Hot Racer, and it's just really smooth, really easy to do, and they've even added their own custom sports to the game so you can make them look pretty much real life.
That sounds really cool. I play on an Xbox, so I don't get to enjoy these mods. However, hopefully in the future I can get a PC and we can try it out. Oh dear. Now, as all of you know, Qiddiya City in Saudi Arabia is getting a brand new Six Flags. However, not many people talk about the water park, which actually is quite interesting. It's going to have quite a few world's first and record-breaking rides. For example, world's tallest water coaster, world's tallest drop body slide, world's tallest water slide in general, and the world's longest mat racer. It's going to have 81 climate-controlled luxury cabanas, 22 dining outlets, and 7 retail shops for relaxation and convenience.
Oh wow, this park is... It's not even a park, it's just the whole area is going to be massive. It's a whole city, as they say in the name. And then it's not even just the main theme park with Falcon's Flight, they've got the water park, which you just talked about. And then I'm pretty sure they're even building a Dragon Ball Z land with like 8 different areas, I'm pretty sure.
So basically, in summary, it's going to have 22 different slides with multiple worlds first. In summary, it's going to have 22 different water slides, 8 different zones, and also an extreme water sport area.
Heading from the Middle East now all the way back to the UK, yet again, we always end up here. Toxicator at Alton Towers Resort opened at the start of this year on March 15th, and it looks like an incredible ride. I haven't ridden it myself, but as of the recent weeks, they've actually turned on the water jets, so they actually get you wet now. So at the part where it hangs you over the jets, sorry for spoilers if you haven't ridden or seen it yourself, but there's a part of the ride where it slowly hangs you over the water jets, but at the start of the year, they wouldn't get you wet, but now they go all the way up to your face, and then as you're about to swing, they shoot up and hit some of the seats like really badly, and it looks like it gets you soaked.
So now it's time to take a look at our question this week. This week, our question was,
is Disney getting too expensive for what it's worth?
So Coaster Chicken and many others believe that it's becoming way too expensive for it to be worthwhile.
But Airtime Annabelle and some others agree that if you know the tips and tricks, you can have a great time.
Obviously, I haven't been yet, so you know more about it than I do. But what do you think is the situation here?
Right, so the 3 times I've been to Disney, they've all been like really expensive, obviously increasing with price with the times, but the most recent time, which was in 2023, we ended up bringing food into the park with us because the food was so expensive that we couldn't afford to buy the food for ourselves. And then merch, I don't think I've actually got any Disney merch other than the expensive, like the Galaxy's Edge experiences. Like I've got the R2 droid, which was £110, and I was debating getting a lightsaber instead of that.
Bloody hell, that's expensive. So we're going in a couple of weeks' time, and we've taken advantage of the Disney dining plan, which has honestly saved a lot of money when it comes to dining, because we've got a table at the Royal Table inside the Cinderella Castle. We're going to the Coral Reef restaurant at Epcot, and we're even going to the Yak and Yeti at Animal Kingdom. So this time, we'll ask you a this or that question, so stay tuned to find out your opinions in the next episode.
Speaking of the next episode's question will be, do you prefer airtime or inversions? Let us know. Okay, so now it's time for the main event.
We're going to take a look at the plans that have been released for the new Universal Studios coming to Bedford. So I've been looking at these plans, and I've seen that it's said to bring a £50 billion boost to the economy. Tell me more about that.
So they'll be investing 50 billion of direct and indirect economic benefit of the UK, which is all done by the jobs for building the project, and then obviously the jobs that are during the park's operation hours.
And we've also seen in the plans that there's potential for Halloween Horror Nights. That could be exciting because, as we see from Alton Towers or Thorpe Park, they do have certain mazes, but in nowhere the scale of a Universal. Could we see something at the scale of what we see at Orlando here in the UK?
Well, I mean, they always say that their favourite project is the next one, and they always want to go bigger and better and get more ambitious each time they build either a theme park or a ride or just anything by Universal in general. So if that's the case, then the UK are really lucky to be in the time that they are, because I'm getting new generation, really good fun thrill rides and family rides, and even indoor dark ride attractions.
Now, also, do you think it's possible that we could see a City Walk style area? Because I definitely have some friends that would be more interested in that part with all the shops and the restaurants than the actual rides themselves.
In the UK, there's a lot of pubs, so in the City Walk area, it'd be really good for them to add a pub so they get a lot more investment and more people coming to the park, even if it's just for the pub.
And also, it's rumoured to have a 500-room hotel. Do you think we could be seeing something that is more like Endless Summer, or something along the lines of the Hard Rock Hotel, where it's a 5-star?
Well, it's Universal, so I believe everything they can build will be 5-star, just no doubt about it. They're gonna strive for the best, obviously, it's Universal.
Okay, and in their plans they specified for planning permission to reach as high as 377 feet tall, and quite specifically mentioned a roller coaster. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it would be really good for the UK theme park attractions to have a ride that's 377 feet tall. I don't think they would go quite that high, but here's hoping they do go for the first coaster in the UK to go over 300 feet. It'll just be extra publicity for them and get loads of people from all around the UK and Europe just coming to ride that ride.
Over in Universal Studios Hollywood, Hollywood Drift has recently completed construction. Do you think we could see something along the lines of that with the potential Back to the Future coaster?
Yeah, I think they probably could add that. It would be really a good twist, and a lot of people have said with the way the layout actually looks on the on a concept art, it looks like it could easily be a spinning coaster, which would just be insane with that imagine ejector airtime launch with the vertical spike, and maybe even 2 vertical spikes from what it looks like.
So looking at these plans, it's going to be quite a large theme park. Do you think this could be the largest theme park in Europe?
Oh yeah, definitely. The amount of land they have and those scale Universal goes to, it can easily be the largest, and they'll just keep extending it maybe even nearly every year.
As you can see in the plans, there is also talks of a potential water park. Is that something we could see from the beginning, or something that is potentially added later, if they do it at all?
I feel like that would be a later on attraction, because in the UK we obviously get a lot of rain and it would have to be all indoors for people to actually enjoy it. So to build a whole indoor water park, it'll take years, and I imagine they'll go to lengths of something like Rulantica in Europa Park.
Well, this all sounds really exciting, and I'm sure everyone is pretty looking forward to getting a Universal Studios right here in Great Britain.
Oh yeah, obviously it's so exciting. I don't think anyone is not going to be happy for this.
Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and thank you so much for listening. We've been your hosts of Top Hat Talks, the Coaster Crazy Guy.
And UK Frills, goodbye.